The Crew, where guys come to talk.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to the crew.
Welcome.
Welcome back. We're still here.
I'm happy you guys still view our show. What?
Wait a second.
This isn't Caleb.
Caleb is sick.
This is Caleb from the future. He got cool.
Yeah, this is.
Gained some weight.
This is our friend Jason.
How we doing?
Caleb's under the weather, so we got a guest appearance today. Jason, who's usually behind the cameras for us.
He's one of our cameramen.
So welcome to the show.
Still going to be a great show.
Welcome.
We got a lot planned for you. We got a little behind the scenes
Footage.
of the studio here at Gulf Coast State.
But we'll get to that in a little
When
bit.
did we shoot that?
You weren't here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's somewhere.
But we're going to start off first with a little quick news rundown.
Started with some.
Run fast, quickly.
What?
Start.
Oh. Nintendo has announced that on May 20th, they will be shutting off the Wi-Fi multiplayer services for the original DS, DSi, and the Wii.
What?
They're shutting it off.
Yep.
Why?
Is there a reason behind that?
Yes, there is almost no money being made with those devices in wireless multiplayer connectivity. But with the 3DS, it'll still be operational with that. And local Wi-Fi services will be operational for those devices, just not broadband ones.
Which is good because that's what I watch my
Netflix with? Netflix prices are going to go up, though.
Okay, then.
Yeah, 'cause Comcast is buying them or teaming
Let's move on to our next piece of news. The new must-have is $1 million iPhone. Yes, you heard me, $1 million iPhone. Before you go, who's going to pay $1 million for that? Let me explain. There are more than 50 diamonds on the Alchemist London Jewelry 24-karat gold iPhone. We have pictures of this, and let the pictures show.
Please.
$1 million though.
Yeah.
Have I bought one yet?
I don't know.
I heard there's only been 2 of them made. You have no idea who has purchased them.
There's 24 gold crusted over the phone, then
Why?
50 diamonds over that.
Why?
I bought an outer box to put over on top.
In case it
Just to
broke.
be sure.
I don't know where you want to.
The club, you just want to go and stunt. You just be like, look at my phone, though.
There are a lot of iPhone thieves out there that would love to.
I don't think
Snake
they know
your
what
phone.
to do with it.
I know, right? I was thinking that. Like, who are you going to sell it to? Black
And where would you carry it?
How
Like,
would you get the diamond? That must
In
be
your
heavy.
pocket.
I'm thinking
you
about
would
it.
carry
That
$1
must be
million
heavy
phone in your pocket.
I carry $1 million all the time in my
I'd
pocket.
be afraid to even touch it because you would tarnish it with your fingerprint.
I mean, yeah.
Yo, rubber gloves.
Get your
All the
finger.
time.
And you
Like,
can never
rubber
use it because the heat will just corrode everything that the phone puts out.
I don't use it, I just look at it. Won't even turn it
Wow.
on.
I mean, I don't know. $1 million phone.
I wouldn't want it because I wouldn't know what to do with it.
That just makes me a little nervous carrying something around like that caliber. $1 million.
Anyway. Moving on with more tech talk, talking about Facebook. Facebook actually announced Saturday that they're bringing back its once annual F8 developer conference after taking a 3-year hiatus, so I guess it's not an annual conference. The one-day conference will be highly technical in nature and probably cover topics such as mobile app development and more technical strategies. And it said only 1,500 developer applicants will be able to attend, so I guess it's a
I want to go.
big attendance, but still kind of, you have to
wanna
get
go.
initiated to go.
Well,
Yeah, I want to go.
Facebook's been buying up a lot of companies lately. They bought, what was it, Instagram, and then they bought.
They bought Instagram?
That was like right after Instagram came
Yeah.
out for Android.
And then they bought, what was the other company they just bought recently for
WhatsApp?
$4 billion?
WhatsApp app.
Yeah, the WhatsApp app.
16 billion.
Did they-
16.
did they buy
I mean,
Twitter?
so they're buying.
Did they buy
So,
Twitter?
They can't buy Twitter. Twitter is as competitive as Facebook is.
so it's interesting that
and
they're.
Ashton Kutcher owns Twitter, so that's a thing.
It's interesting because like the last time, like you said, when they had this conference, the timeline came out on Facebook,
That was like 2011.
which was a big deal. Everything's all a timeline sequence on the wall. I guess
I
is
don't
what you
even
call
remember
it.
what it was like before the timeline now.
So after
was
this
just a
meeting,
wall.
Facebook will probably be.
You didn't really have everything chronologically in order, so when you put stuff to the wall, you couldn't keep tabs of stuff. And like now, when you do the end of the year videos, it shows what you did in the last year because it's all
I like
based
that
on
video.
one, which is kind of cool.
Video.
But
Let's kick it to Jason for the next thing.
All right. Well, Saturday morning, 2 men were hurt when the passenger side wing of a plane clipped a skydiver's parachute. The chute was cut and the skydiver was tossed into the air about 75 feet above the ground, but neither one was injured.
Have y'all seen the pictures of this?
No, I have not.
I think we have some pictures of this we might show you here in a second. There's some. There was a photographer who actually saw the parachutes coming in and heard the plane coming, so he grabbed his camera just at the right time. And if we get the pictures, we'll show you. But he's taking snapshot pictures, and apparently the pilot, we said it was
The parachute, he was coming down for a landing, and the pilot had just been taking off to just a little to his right, and it was coming this way, and I guess it caught the strings.
Yeah, he caught the right. There they are.
Oh,
I mean, this plane, he's trying to avoid the parachute guy. Obviously, the parachute guy's falling. So in the next picture, you'll see he snaps the picture.
So he tossed him up.
Yeah, well, you'll see if it goes to the next picture, it kind of clips him, and he gets caught. And when it clips the wing, the parachute pulls the plane to the right. And so what it does, it yanks the parachutist back up in the air, and then the plane lands on its engine and kind of cartwheels. And they said they both survived. They both were treated for medical injuries, but I mean,
The pilot of the plane was actually an 87-year-old woman who has been flying her whole life, and they were just doing
touching. I think she was doing touch and goes.
some
touch
type
and
of
goes.
procedure that they do all
But
the time.
that's incredible. You're 2 feet from the ground, and then there comes a plane.
They were
to keep back.
almost there.
Yeah, whew, amazing. Switching to some other news really quick. It's how the Asian over in Asia, the missing plane over in Asian. The plane that's missing. There's a Malaysian Airlines flight 370 that went missing, I think, Saturday.
Did it have
They're
people on it?
investigating whether 4 passengers on the plane who used stolen passports to board the plane, and possibly if they were terrorists of any sort. 5 passengers did not check in on the flight, and I did happen to check this morning. There was reports that they found some oil slicks on the ocean between Thailand and Vietnam, but I guess the ships that got there realized that they tested the oil, and the oil was actually from cargo ships in the area. So there's still a jetliner missing. They had 230 or 270 passengers on board or whatever.
They have
30 passengers.
Can they not track those things?
Well, that's the big if. Like, it's been missing for 4 days now, and I think the last thing I saw is they have radar data that thinks the plane might have turned around and started heading back, but it just disappeared.
Someone somewhere knows where that plane is.
Yeah.
It's looking like the plane went down somewhere, and this would be the biggest airliner crash since like 2003 or 2001 when the airplane took off in New York and crashed in the Queens, whatever. But so this is kind of a big mystery. Of course, over there it's a lot of oceans and stuff. There's not a lot of airports. There's a bunch of islands. So the plane took off, was into its flight, and the last report, was at cruising altitude, and then it just disappeared.
I think we should find this plane.
If only they had an air marshal on there.
Well,
No,
I mean,
stop
Who's
there.
willing to do anything.
like the report says, there were four people that used stolen passports apparently, and they've gone back and looked at the. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out, but with modern day technology, you'd think by now we'd know where the airplane's at.
Right.
Here we are 4 days into it, 5 days.
I truly believe we know where the airplane is. Someone.
Wait, is
You're not gonna not know with the satellites and everything, and you're not gonna know where that plane
For
is.
the plane, or is it just
I think we're helping in the search efforts. I think China, Australia, a bunch of the countries over there are
Of
all.
course we know where it is. It's between China and America. We know where that
I
plane
don't.
is.
If they knew where the plane was, I think they'd let us know by now. But I don't think because it's such a vast.
Did they let you know
open
about the
ocean.
chips that they put in your ankle when you go get checkups? Exactly.
But if they do find the plane, I'm
But
sure we
it's
will
just-
update everyone on
Yeah,
whereabouts.
we'll post up on Facebook, but it's a big story. It's kind of interesting because it's a modern plane. The plane was actually delivered in 2001, so it's a newer technology. It's newer planes, but we still
It can
can't
fly.
find it.
It's weird. It's crazy.
Can't find it, which is kind of big story.
So, speaking of other potatoes, let's start up this random thought going on. First random thought, daylight savings time.
hate it?
Lord Jesus, this ruined my Sunday morning. I thought,
Were you late?
no, I was actually on time for work, so that was strange. But it was just I don't know what was going on, because I felt off the whole day.
Yeah.
Then I get home, my mom's like, "How was daylight savings time for you?" I was like, "That explains it. That's why I'm mad."
I
That's
actually
why.
found out the hard way. I had no idea, no warning from anyone, and I was just kind of hanging out just up late that night.
I know,
just
right?
couldn't sleep, and I think it switched over the hour ahead from 2 to 3, and I was up around like 1 something. The next thing I knew, I looked at my clock and it's like 3 something. I was like, well,
Yeah. Things happen.
I missed that hour of sleep.
I know, right?
Won't get it back until the fall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go steal it back right now. Yell for Narnia when I get it back.
So we get another random thought.
Yeah, next random thought is grades. Grapes? Grades.
grapes?
Grades.
Grapes
like
or
the
grades?
things that
Oh, we got
happen.
midterms this week for most people.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast.
Only one midterm
Ooh.
though for me.
Same here. Actually, I don't know if I have
A
any.
stressful week before our
Everybody-
spring break week.
Everybody
Yeah,
wants
last-
good grades.
You did? How'd it go?
I did pretty good actually.
What
good.
class was it?
Mass.
Math?
Mass comm communication.
Mass, yeah.
We've all got good grades, right,
Shot,
Tripp?
though.
Yeah. We all
Right,
like
Aaron?
Angel.
Good grades?
Good grades.
Oh, yes,
yeah, we all got
absolutely.
good grades. Another random thought.
grades. Okay, next one thought. I think this says incomplete. Is this incomplete or incompetent?
That spells incomplete.
Okay, incomplete is the word.
Incomplete? That would,
This is a
Tripp.
complete random thought.
you know anything that's incomplete?
About all of our work in this class.
Oh, that's not good.
So the next one,
Yeah, the next word. Next word is cosmos,
That show that came on?
or the alcoholic beverage.
I was a little bit disappointed in that new series.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it the three episodes.
It's a world premiere on all the Fox networks on National Geographic.
Like 100 and
And this is
something
to-
countries.
It kind of takes off where the last series went, and there's 14 episodes, and it's going to go through April. But it was the first episode last night was. It makes you think. Not to get into any kind of thinking, religions or anything, but
So our next random thought
we'll go on.
Before you get taken off the air.
is beach.
beach, that place that I will be sometime next week.
The place
Oh,
that
you'll be in that classroom working.
Can I
That
just
too.
say that I love Panama City as much as someone can, but like we do not have the world's most beautiful beaches. You have not, like Jamaica, Brazil, New Zealand,
Have you been to the beautiful
California.
beach here? Or have you just been to the one over there?
I've been to the
Well,
beautiful beaches. It says the
Panama
world's most
City
beautiful
doesn't
beaches.
have
It's a
really.
pretty beautiful beach.
Panama
Yeah.
City doesn't
America
have
has
beautiful beaches.
beaches.
Panama City Beach, on the other hand,
know if
does
I'd call
have
it
beautiful
beautiful
beaches.
right
Like
now.
Seaside has some pretty great beaches.
It's 27 miles of beautiful beaches, and I think it was actually from 1995. Dr. Beach actually graded Panama City Beach because of St. Andrews State Park.
Wait, Dr. Beach?
That's his name they used for him, but it was 1995 because you'll see the sign. It says "World's Most Beautiful Beaches."
Yeah.
And it says 1995.
Right.
And he actually, there's certain criteria he goes through: the sand, the quality of the water. Because we have some pretty crystal clear water during the summertime.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get the beautiful white sand. which
White
is-
sand.
Not many places in Florida have the sand that we have, so we're pretty lucky to have it.
We're lucky.
Have you ever tasted it?
I'm not a sand taster.
Is it
Sorry.
pretty delicious
Are you
on our
alone?
beach?
No, I was just asking. I don't know. Brandon's done everything else, so I might ask him if he's tasted sand before.
I'm not a sand taster though. Have you been to St. Andrews State Park?
There right now.
No. Yes, I've been to San Andreas State.
It's not pretty to you?
It's pretty. I said not
It's
the
pretty
world's
after
most.
spring break.
It's not
pretty,
the world's
Yeah,
most
pretty
beautiful
sad
beaches.
after spring.
Sad.
Yeah.
If Kate Upton came, then it would be the universe's most beautiful beaches. Like nothing could top that.
You and Kate Upton.
And while you show Kate Upton the beach, we should show these people behind
Oh yeah,
the scenes.
here's the
Yeah,
behind the
crew.
scene tour that we did. Cribs with the tour crew.
We're gonna take you behind the.
The crew cribs.
Swerve.
This is where we all stay,
You guys
apparently.
get my box? You guys get my box or something?
And action.
Hey guys, welcome to a segment called Behind the Crew, where we show you what it's like when we're not sitting down being all fancy. Come on, check it out. Okay, first of all, on our side, like the whole hallway now that we got a thing going on, that we're about to get real, and check this out. Panasonic audio video studio, kind of Main Street, so here's the real fun part. Got some on-air lights up in here.
And this is where the magic happens.
Showing you where us 5 guys sit and just chill and do 5 guy type thing stuff. Yeah, so here we have, whoa, what's that? Here we have Tripp's chair, which is somewhere oddly in this spot. So Tripp sits in this area, that's Tripp's chair. But this is Caleb's chair. It's gonna be pretty mad when his chair is off. But here's my chair, which is pretty comfortable. And then we got the couch where Aaron occupies this half and Brandon occupies that half.
And just so you know, it's me on the GoPro.
Yeah.
And this is what it's like. You can kind of see me over there. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It's Aaron on the GoPro right now. And then let me show you these nice top of the line cameras that we got over here. Yeah, they're like $3 grand a piece, so that's pretty awesome. I probably was not supposed to mention the price. My bad. Okay, and then green screen. Green screen, yeah, it's all green and screeny and awesomeness. And then there's the other half of that we don't really do anything with over there.
Nice set.
Yeah, it's a nice set, but
It is a nice set.
I'm always talking.
So what's it like to sit out here and read and do the camera shows? You sit in the seat right here, you can see, looking at the cameras, how bright it is. And out here would be a camera operator. Who's in control of giving you the cues.
You would read the news.
Read the news on the way out here. It's pretty bright, you can see, but this is our studio setup, so anything behind the lens is pretty dark, anything in front of the lens, it's pretty bright out here.
Good perspective.
You got your monitor so you can check what's going on and stuff. You got control room in the back there, but everything's all nice and neat out here. We've had people come through and take tours.
Got our dressing room over here.
The dressing room is pretty dark.
Look all pretty. Hey guys.
This back here is actually our lighting board. This controls the lights. This thing right here controls the lights in the studio. So with the click of a button and a slide up and down, we can control the lights. The lighting grid on it, if you were able to see it from behind, if you look up at the grid, look up some, you'll see that grid that we have. We have a bunch of big lights and bright lights in here.
A lot goes into getting ready
It's all
for
controlled
every
by-
show. We have to get the lights completely perfect. Each show has its own setting.
Because we have chroma key, we've got to have good lighting, so we have to adjust the lighting. But once you set it, we can save it, and it's all computerized. So this is our lighting control station.
Let's show you this closet full of awesome stuff that we have.
Oh, our goodies.
Yeah. Toys, I guess we call it.
Big boys toys. Look at this. Stuff on stuff. Cameras, tripods, cables, you name it. Anything you need for digital media you can find in this closet.
There's awesome. Got a lot of extension cords. Look at a lot of lights on there. Yeah. Oh, gotta show them the sodas on deck. Gotta show them the sodas.
Let's pop one.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the fun stuff out here in the studio. You get to be in front of the cameras and do work and stuff. From behind the scene production
Right.
to being on the set. And that's the set over there.
love
And
it.
so when we turn the lights out, that's what it looks like from walking in. And back here, this is what they say where the magic happens.
This is the magic right
This is the
here.
magic room. This is our control room.
This is the real behind the scenes.
The director would sit in here in front of the control board service and control the show by punching the different cameras, the different sets and stuff, whatever shot, and they would communicate via a headset to the camera operators inside the studio. And then they could pick a shot. We don't have much set up right now because we're just, there's a shot of the set, whatever. You also have an audio operator over here who controls the mics. So whoever gets the audio controls who's talking, on or off.
Oh yeah, sorry to disappoint whoever thought we actually had spotlights going on behind us the whole time. We're actually not that cool.
There's no spotlights behind us, but it's all CG. But we're in the process of upgrading this room and stuff, so kind of a little messy in here.
We'll be that cool soon, promise.
But
Just you wait.
so you pretty much got a director in here, an audio person, and then eventually we're gonna have a CG person sitting on the computer over here who controls the lower graphics that come on the screen. I don't think we have any. Yeah, such as our lower third graphics that go on the screen.
Awesome.
But we're working on that.
Yeah.
This is
All
fun
right.
stuff. This is behind the scenes, exclusive,
All right, well,
brand new. You know, if you want to come check it out, you're more than welcome to come by anytime and just knock on the door.
Get the other two guys in here sometimes.
We showed up to do the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You
Caleb didn't.
know,
we'll give Tripp a break since he's in every segment.
Tripp's probably speaking somewhere.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out, guys.
And don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Send some questions, comments, whatever. If you want to join the program, come by and talk to us. We're all part of the, most of us are all part of the Commodore Productions program. But us guys, with, us in the 2.5. We're always looking for more people.
All right, so,
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
And that was behind the scenes of the crew.
Yeah.
That's our studio here at Gulf
I know,
Coast
right? I actually
State
live in
College.
that closet. So.
I wish I could wear that GoPro all the time.
We're on the second floor of the ETC building, the brand new building, right on the, I guess, the east end of the facility.
I don't know. Let me get my compass out right quick.
We're closest to the.
So if all our adoring
Baseball
fans want to
parking
come
lot.
see us,
I think we're on the west side. That's where Jets.
Which side?
Well, the baseball field's right out here, so we've got to be on the east side, I think.
And then we're
But
Sun goes
the
down
Sharks.
if you want to come check it out, you want to take a tour,
What do
find us on
sharks
Facebook.
do?
We'll give you a
get you a
tour.
look-see.
Eat you.
But as you can see behind us, our
Benny
green screen is
Energy
chroma keyed out, and we got a graphic behind us.
Yeah.
It's actually green, but you can't tell. But
Yeah,
It's
we're
time for our
That
favorite
giant
segment
TV
now,
is actually
though.
there, though.
Some Man Vice?
yeah, man advice. Man
man advice time.
Man Vice.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where we give you advice with the manly Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Okay,
Manly what?
I just tried to do this for you.
I
All
read
right, our
letter.
first one comes from William. Dear the crew, all right, so it's almost spring break, and me and some of my friends are ready to live it up. A group of us are trying to decide between going on a cruise or just living up on the beach. I was just wondering, what is the best way to meet girls while on spring break?
Go on the well. That's
Well, Amon, I think Amon can answer this
okay,
question.
so
Amon?
I think that you should go on a cruise because that way you meet classier girls.
What?
Well, it depends on the degree of girls that you want to meet, honestly.
Depends on what cruise it is.
Okay, let's think
Or
about
you
it
can
this
go up
way.
to a girl and just talk to them. Honestly, none of them know anyone in there. I'm sure they're always down to meet
Well, if you go on spring break, they're from all over.
Yeah.
I mean, you're different states and colleges and stuff. So
But I feel like if you go to the beach during spring break and you're like, you kind of have like a mindset, and it depends on what he wants. Like if he wants like a classy girl to just like, okay, no, there's many classy people on the beach. We all have gone to the beach during spring break.
And we were not classy.
We were all, I was classy.
I have videos.
My mom watches the show. I was classy. So, he has videos of, I don't know. But,
you could do either or. You can go to the beach. It depends on where you go and what time you go. Cruise.
Getting sick on cruises though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Cruises
get
are
sick on cruise, but
expensive.
you also can meet the woman of your dreams on a cruise.
Getting overtaken by pirates.
You can meet another girl from another country on a
happens.
cruise.
on
or
the
something.
Disney cruise, they are
Yeah.
packed up.
People would think it was part of the like
Jack Sparrow. Yeah, shoot Jack Sparrow.
It also depends how much money you got, because cruises are kind of expensive. So I mean, kind of spring break, it's a little cheaper here.
Yeah.
But just go out and have fun,
in
live
your
it up.
car.
Who's next?
Oh, I'm next. That's what the sign says.
There's not a sign. I saw the sign for the first
Oh.
time yesterday. I saw the
Hi.
sign.
Look, the camera's over there.
There's the camera. Okay, looking at this one. How much is too much money to loan a girlfriend of 4 years? Jacob.
I mean,
Like 100?
Jacob.
What? No.
$100?
Wait a second. Why is this girl wanting money first?
I don't
Why do
know.
you, 4
Such
years?
a
You couldn't need it like on a down payment
such
for
a
an
great,
apartment
not
or
vague
something.
question at all.
Let me just buy this apartment for you that we won't move into together. Is that it?
No, okay. Let's.
I would say probably.
$100.
It depends. It depends on what it's about.
It depends on how
Yeah,
much money
it
you
depends
have.
on so many things that were not mentioned in that letter.
Why doesn't she have money?
Well, I, mean,
I don't
after,
know. This is a
after
very
4 years,
vague
you
letter.
might know.
Don't
giving
know
her
where you
money
work.
now with
Don't know
another
what
guy
she's
with.
like. Don't know.
That
your
could be a
budget.
like good opportune time to propose to her. Just be like, I won't loan you money, but I'll loan you my heart, and then just marry her.
So we went from a proposed.
And she says no, just
this is
leave.
This is just about the money, but
Yeah, money I'm on.
I mean,
How much money you got?
well, it also.
Maybe hand her some cash. I would not hand her a credit card.
I would take into consideration, does she have a job too? Can
Yeah,
she pay you
that.
back? I mean, is
How
she
good
not
does she
living
look?
off of you?
Is she gonna put a
But-
wedding band on it?
Come on, he's got this marriage going
No,
on.
it's just-
Come on.
He's looking for commitment.
No, I'm
Jacob,
not.
you need
I'm
to
looking
get back
for a
to us
potato.
with that question again with a little more information.
No,
Elaborate.
no,
We're gonna bring
no,
we're
no.
We're gonna bring your girlfriend
Okay,
in
so I'm gonna
the
have
next
a
show.
question.
Mom's
Okay, so
$100.
ding dong,
It's not even your turn. It's not your turn.
Oh, too many A names. Sorry,
Mom's girlfriend's
Matter of
coming
fact,
in.
I'll
We're
go
gonna ask her.
next.
Yeah.
I have a potato.
Oh, Aaron, you got a paragraph here. Holy
How's it going,
moly.
guys? Stay tuned.
Oh, Lord Jesus, that's the
Don't
Odyssey.
turn that dial. All right, dear the crew, I've been dating my current boyfriend almost 6 months now. This is from our friend Emily, by the way. I had serious trust issues in the beginning, but for the past month and a half or so, things have been going really well. Until, of course, I found out that he had been talking on Facebook with a random girl who has been telling people how badly she wants to hang out and how she doesn't care he has a girlfriend. I brought this up to him a few weeks ago and asked if he knew her, and he said barely, but she messages him occasionally. I later found out through a friend of mine who lives with this girl that they continuously talk, so when I brought it up again, my boyfriend admitted that he had been talking to her and, quote unquote, failing to mention he had a girlfriend, even though he had many opportunities to. Long story short, we are still together, but I'm having trust issues with him for lying to me about their relationship, if you could even call it that, and I've been feeling needy. I know this is the last thing I should do, so do you have any advice that might help me before I inevitably end up pushing him away?
Turn down.
Yeah.
Well,
6 months,
That's intense.
and he's already talking to another girl on Facebook
And you have trust
And
issues
denying
before.
it.
and denying it.
See,
That's not a good sign.
What I would do is I would go, what gave you those trust issues? And then I would hold it against that. I would make a pros and cons chart of is he cheating or is he cheating? Or is he not cheating? Sorry. He could not be cheating as well. He could just be.
Nah, he cheated.
After 6 months, and he's already talking to another girl, and then he kind of denied it at first.
I'd say let him
That's
have
not
his.
hiding it. He should.
I'd say you could cut ties, let him have his Facebook
Jason,
friend.
you're married, aren't you?
I'd say just-
Correct? What would you get? What advice would you give him as a married man?
What?
What advice would Jason as a married man give this girl who's not married?
Well, they gotta. You have to build up trust issues. There's got to be definitely a trust issue on both sides. And if there's any question about anything, I mean, it's not gonna be a good relationship.
True.
Yeah.
I say
I mean, you should be able to know. you
It's
know?
been 6 months,
cut
and
the
it's,
rope.
you don't want to drag it out because it's always going to come back in the back of your mind.
Get rid
You
of him.
know,
Kick him off the
do you
island.
trust him, whatever. And
Listens to Usher Raymond's confessions.
And he can sit on Facebook all day and message, and then you can go out and do whatever you want to do.
I come here.
all right,
Be
so
on the crew.
Yeah, be
our
on the
next
crew.
letters we got over
All
here.
right.
What you got?
Set it off for us, Jason.
Dear the crew, a girl that I've known my whole life was the hottest girl at my high school, and was a year older than me. She was a year older than me. Naturally, I had a huge crush on her, but was way too intimidated to ever make a move. Anyways, a year ago, one of her friends told me that for a year in high school, she had a huge crush on me. Spring break is approaching, and she has been hitting me up and about chilling. This girl is also literally the biggest flirt in the world, and I can never read her. Literally every interaction I've had with this girl is in the friend zone city. However, the fact that I know at one point she had a crush on me makes me think I have a chance. What do you think? Am I in the friend zone, or is there anything more?
You have advice on this, Amon?
Nope, I have nothing to say.
Amon, is
I'd
this,
say don't trust the
I have
flirts
nothing.
because there could be a million other guys out there that.
if she's in the flirty, yeah,
That's real
First, you have to
iffy.
test the
Good
waters
question.
with her, I guess.
yeah, you got to test the waters.
Ask her straight up, dude. You know, hey, you want to hang out? You want to?
She might
Hang
be on
out with her,
Facebook
and if
talking
she
to a guy.
seems like she's still the real.
Probably.
I would say, yeah, just like, say, hey, let's
Flirty.
go do this. Do you want to go join me or whatever? Ask her out, and if she goes, then it might be more than that. If it's not, then she makes an excuse or something. She could just be a flirty.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to see a therapist because Caleb's not
Flirty
here.
You should totally just like.
You should just go see a therapist instead.
I mean, if this was Tripp, Tripp, what would you do?
What would I do?
If this is the girl.
Getting some mixed signals from the universe
know
right
what's
now,
happening
and
in
I'm
there.
scared. I don't know.
Who's smiling, me or him?
Tripp,
Shut up, Trent.
what would you do, Tripp?
What would I do? I would.
Do I read this?
Oh, you haven't gone yet.
I think I'm gonna read this. Dear the crew,
Just see it.
I work at a restaurant as a server. I, along with another guy, are the only two dudes amongst a good size of women working there.
This is as good as it gets.
What, in your honest opinion, is the best way to handle working with women in the workplace? And if you are attracted to one, how do you go about becoming more than friends? Noah, don't tell
There's
your
a
boss.
reason there's a bunch of girls as servers because people will more than likely tip them better than some guys. It's just kind of how it happens.
Yeah, and don't tell your boss if you have a relationship with your coworker. 'cause
Where I
that
work,
is-
there's almost all girl servers, and all the guys work back in the kitchen doing the stuff the girls don't want to do.
So, besides you
Almost
almost
got
hitting
you.
someone with an airplane,
Almost
and
got her.
it's having things are blinking at me.
I had to do it before.
Oh, sorry, you're not supposed to know about the things. Okay, so
That's all we got for man
They
advice.
took the tour. They know about
the
it.
advice about life.
But before we go,
Yeah, just
Ask them if they want to.
we
Hey,
are
on
we are
payday,
we are 3 likes away from getting 100 likes on our Facebook
are.
page.
ask them if they
Please.
want to go out on payday. Because
You wanna
payday.
go out
We'll
with them
do
on
something
payday?
cool when we get 100 likes. We don't
If
know
we
what.
get 3 more likes,
Jason will give us a
I'll
like.
give you a like.
if we get
We
3
need
more,
2 more likes.
if we get 3 more likes, we're gonna bring Amon's girlfriend in on the show.
You know what? I'm gonna like our.
I think Logan has a question. What are you saying?
we're gonna
invite you
we're
to
gonna bring her
what?
up on the show.
He's not allowed to talk.
He just talked.
He's not allowed to though.
I think we're done.
Let's wrap things
Find
up.
us on,
What do
find
you
us on
say?
High
Facebook.
five.
Find us on Facebook. Like us. If we get 3 more, we're bringing Amon's girlfriend in on the show. We're gonna have a big discussion with her.
How long are you gonna keep your hand up?
Okay, have a good night, guys.
All right, guys.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
The crew.